Welcome to Christian Statesman. I'm your host, Zach Wagner, and this is episode 94, All Eyes on Maricopa County. In case anyone had noticed, and the mainstream media hopes you will not notice, there is still an audit of the 2020 presidential election in Maricopa County, Arizona. The state legislature ordered the audit some weeks ago, and many volunteers have donated time and effort to bring a fair audit process to a place where serious election fraud is suspected. But watching the mainstream news, you will hear nothing about this, or at best hear folks like Katie Hobbs complaining to Anderson Cooper or whichever CNN anchor she can get in front of about how this is nothing more than a frustrated, egocentric man's efforts to try and prolong the illusion he did not lose the election. Except Donald Trump is not directly part of this process. The citizens and legislators of Arizona are. And the legislature recently considered it might be a good idea to audit all of the counties as they receive news from the supervisors of the audit that serious malfeasance seems apparent. Similar movements are rising in Antrim County, Michigan, Clark County in Nevada, and elsewhere. The media just paints these events as some right-wing Republican fringe effort to undermine democracy, whatever they think that means. And the antagonistic forces continue to mount against any such efforts, and not just in the media. In Phoenix, you have Antifa and Black Lives Matter protesters filling hotel space next to the arena in which the audit is being performed. Are they there for spring break, perhaps? You have Dominion refusing to supply passwords for their machines. You have an entire election management services database missing. You have the Maricopa County Sheriff, a George Soros-funded leftist, fraudulently claiming that there is sensitive personal identification information on the voting database that must be protected, thus trying to stymie any further release of information. In short, the forces arrayed against a simple election audit are formidable. And this begs the question, if there is nothing to hide, why all of the concerted effort to try and prevent the audit from moving forward? Without implying guilt on the part of anyone, the varied parties against the audit sure look like they have something to hide. Should we as citizens of other states be concerned about this? Absolutely we should. Free and fair elections are the only thing that can keep a representative republic moving forward. The evidence of monkey business in the 2020 election is abundant. No court has even agreed to examine any forensic evidence at length. So now the citizens of Arizona feel they must do their part in confirming the results in their state. This is not a crisis. This is democracy in action. Far from hurting democracy, as the press relentlessly parrots, this reinforces democracy, especially if substantial evidence of foul play shows up. Again, if the vote was altered in an important swing state in 2020, it must be identified and addressed if we are ever to have free elections again in this country. If there is no foul play, then let the auditors finish their process unimpeded. Let the results speak for themselves. The anti-Trumpers circling this process look way too much like the kid caught with his hand in the cookie jar, except we do not have firm confirmation yet there were actually any cookies in the jar, but the smug, guilty look on the children's face certainly implies there might be. We should sideline any distractions and allow Maricopa County to freely and fully finish the audit process. Only when that is accomplished can we determine where to proceed from there. Thank you for joining us today. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and as always, have a blessed day.